This is your host, Mira, and you are tuned in to Look in the Mirror podcast, where we keep it all the way real, no play, period. Today's episode is with the fam, and I'm going to go ahead and let them introduce themselves.
My name is Kiara, but if you've known me for a while, you may know me by Yagi or as Yagi.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Robert, but you can call me Rob.
All right. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Today's episode will be very informative to, I'm sure, a lot of people, because I think a lot of people will be able to take from today's episode and maybe apply it to their lives. Hopefully that is the goal. So the topic today is going to be finding love after hardship. And hardship does not only have to be financially, it can be emotionally, it can be physically, it can be, just whatever. So like I said, I have Robert and Yagi here, and we're going to go ahead and let them dive on in. Tell us the beginning. Tell us how it happened. Tell us, where you are now. Tell us everything. Who wants to start?
You want to start or you want me to go?
I can start. For me, it just became a point to where I felt like at one point in time I was so used to being with somebody, so I was forcing myself to try to, fill voids, and that's not what you want. That ain't what you want to do, because you don't know who you can come across. No, I'm not saying that the women that I, were talking to or potentially trying to talk to were bad people. It was just, you just have to be careful. You know what I'm saying? And so after doing that for a while, I was just like, yeah, let me just chill out. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy how it happened, because for me, like, once I chilled out, it's like God began to start moving and doing things right.
Mm-hmm.
And so once I did that, God just started doing what he was doing, and I'll never forget it. Luke hit me up and he was like, "Hey man, what you doing?" And I wasn't here at the time. I was actually at my uncle had just passed away, and we were at his funeral service or whatever. And right before I was getting ready to come back, he was like, "Hey man, what you got going on?" And I told him. He was like, "Okay, well, man, my Kira says she got somebody for you." Or that, not that she got somebody for you, but it was just like, she want to talk to you about somebody. And I was like, okay, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I was like, nah, I'm straight.
Right.
Like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Because it had already, like, I felt like I was already dealing, like, with just
a lot
things not going, the way that I was trying to force it. You know what I'm saying? So I was dealing with a lot, got stuff dealing with, family and everything like that. And, going through the divorce and stuff like that. So it was like, it was just something that I wasn't looking for. You know what I'm saying? And so, he was like, yeah, she want to talk to you about somebody. And I literally told him, I was like, yeah, bro, I'm good. Like, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need none of that right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm all right. And so I left it at that. But for some reason, just the thought of him saying, "Hey, well, we want to talk to you about somebody," it just stayed in the back of my mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't even know. I don't want to entertain this, but what are they talking about? You know what I'm saying? And so I never forget it. I came over the next day, and I was like, I always come over here. And so, and I talked to him, and, it just hit me. It was like, man, who y'all talking about? Who is this girl that y'all talking about? You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I played out. And I'm glad it played out the way it did, you know, because man, you know, it's been a blessing for real to be in the position of having being with somebody where you can truly fully be yourself and don't have to worry about trying to change who you are because of the person you may be with. You know what I'm saying? This person don't like this. Now I'm trying to find out how to change myself to their liking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to do that, you know, and it feels so good just to be free in being who I am. You know what I'm saying? And if you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm still going to be me. And so to be able to have that type of freedom and to understand like what you in, man.
It ain't nothing like it.
It's man, it's dope. I love it.
Hold on. Let me go back to the beginning because, so what he said, that all happened. But then when I reached out to Yagi, I was just like, you know, telling her, you know, Robert, blah, 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 blah. I was like, but Robert said that, you know, y'all could just meet each other first. Y'all ain't got to do all that talking on the phone. Y'all could just meet each other first. Yagi said, why he don't want to talk on the phone? Nah, I need to talk on the phone with him because I need to know if I like him.
Yeah. Because if I don't like him, man,
I don't like his conversation. Ain't no need for me to meet up with him.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
So I think we both had the same attitude though coming into this relationship. Like we both were just not interested. Like I just went through hell, you know. So I think I'm straight. But like you said, it kept replaying in my head. I'm like, okay, who is?
For one, I never tried to hook you up with anybody in our life.
So that there was already,
and we grew up together.
That was crazy.
I was like, I'm in a meeting at church, and I'm like, okay, Kiara said da. So I'm like, okay. So once I talked to him, I'm like, this is weird, and I'm riding home thinking afterwards, like, Kiara never did this. You know what I'm saying? So, but y'all know, like, I can still remember, like, the first conversation we had. I remember how I was positioned in the house I was living in. I was on the floor. I remember everything. I do. Because you text me first before you call.
Yeah.
So, but it was a great conversation. But for me, kind of sort of similar to his situation. Like, I was married as well. And it ended crazy, to be honest with you. Like, he just started not coming home, you know. Then he decided he didn't want to be there. Well, I pretty much gave him an ultimatum. But he didn't want to be there. He chose to not be there anymore. But didn't give me a valid reason as to why he was doing what he was doing. So, to be honest with you, like, I didn't even have any closure. I went through it. Even tried to date after that, and it was horrible. So around the time that, you know, God was trying to do whatever he was doing, I was just like, I'm good. I'm straight. I don't care about nobody. Just let me focus on me. At that moment, at that time, I feel like I was just trying to figure out who I was, and my worth and my value. I feel like I stayed in certain situations because I didn't know my value. I didn't know my worth. I felt like y'all got a lot of kids, okay? I have 6 kids. So, you know, being told by people that I have to, you know, select a certain type of man. I can't have a man. That's what I was taught. I can't have a man like what I have currently. So that was kind of stuck in my head too. And I had to unlearn all of that and to tell myself, like, you can have whatever and whoever you want. You don't have to settle for that. So, you know, I was going through that whole process, and it's hard, but, you know, I've done it. I want to be real transparent with you guys, but I'll say that for another.
No, go ahead and be real transparent. That's what we do on Look in the Mirror.
That's
what we do, because you never know how many people out there are just like you and maybe going through or, you know, battling the same thing that you battle, and they probably need to hear that.
So I'm going to speak on the person that I was married to. Not trying to bash him or anything, and this could actually backfire on me, but it is what it is. So he was actually, I don't want to say gay, but bisexual. But he would not tell me the truth. So I ended up finding out, and I actually decided to, guess you can say, I stayed for a little bit because I didn't know how people would take it. Like, just the thought of people saying stuff, I felt like I would not be able to handle that. So I felt like in that moment, that's when I started compromising my worth and my value, because why am I staying with somebody like this? He don't
and
even know
who
it
for a fact.
I knew that he liked me and he was doing whatever he was doing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it was just it was a lot of stuff, you guys. I feel like in that moment, that relationship broke me. But I ain't gonna say it broke me, but it made me bend. Because what came out of that is so beautiful. It was definitely hard, but I feel like if it wasn't for that situation, I wouldn't be where I am now. I went through the whole process and, of getting to know myself and saying, okay, you ain't got to settle for this. No, I don't want to go through this anymore. I want better. Nope. Okay. And if that's who you are, that's fine. Not judging you, not judging anybody that's gay, whatever, that's you. But it's just certain things that I don't have to deal with, And so going through that made me learn a lot of things, made me hold myself accountable as well. I can say he hurt me, but honestly, did he really hurt me? I mean, he was just being who he was, and I just didn't want to accept it. So I ended up having to go to therapy. And she just opened my eyes up. Like, he showed me who he was. He showed me he didn't love me. He showed me he wasn't for me, but I tried to force something. And so everything that happened, after that in that marriage, even to the point of him leaving, that was because of me. I decided to stay, so I can't really be mad at him. He showed me who he was and I just didn't accept it. So being into this relationship now, it's completely different. Nothing is forced. Like Robert said, piggybacking off of that, I can be who I am, I don't have any worries. Is it trying? Yes, because I feel like I was so used to toxicity. Sometimes I'm still looking for it a little bit, and I know I shouldn't be. So, yeah, but he works with me. He's very, very understanding. I don't know what you want me to say. I'm just glad everything worked itself out.
Yeah, no, I think, but see, it's hard. Like, when you're used to being in a certain situation with different people, but the same type of people, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, different men or different women. But
so it was like, to be honest with you, it was like I would date different people, like, they didn't look the same or whatever, but it'll be the same spirits in these people. Right. So it's like, yeah, I may be dating someone else, but I'm dealing with the same spirit that I was dealing with in the same, in this last person. And I was like,
did that make you question yourself? Like, yes. Is it me?
Yes, it did. I'm like, something gotta be wrong with me. Like, why this keep happening? You know what I'm saying? So, to be honest with you, I'm not going to lie. Even though I was still making mistakes, I would be praying. I know God got tired of me. I'll be like, Lord, please, if this person isn't for me, remove this person. Things will happen. I remember one day I was talking to a guy, and something just, I don't know. I prayed that morning, and he came over that morning, and I was getting ready for work or whatever. So I said, Lord, if this person ain't for me, just, I don't want anything bad to happen to them. Just remove them out of my life because I don't have no time to waste. No lie, I got out the shower, y'all. And the argument, I don't even know how the argument started, but he said something to me. I said something to him. He left. So I felt like then God was trying to remove people. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, it's kind of like what you said. I was forcing. I wanted to be, because some people don't want a relationship, but I do, Mm-hmm. So it's like I was trying to force myself to be in a relationship because I don't want to be out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? I want to be with someone. So I was trying to force things, but I was also praying to God, you know what I'm saying? Saying, okay, I want this. And I felt like he was trying to, like, tell me, chill, cuz, like, I got you in due time, just chill out. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, nah, I want it now. JG Wentworth, that is what it's called.
JG Wentworth.
Yeah,
I want it now. I don't want to wait. Yeah, I want it right now. So You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting up there, you know what I'm saying, trying to force all of these things. And the only thing I was doing, I felt like I was delaying my healing. Because I kept trying to force things and I wasn't giving myself time. My healing process was drawn out, like it was delayed. And when I got to the point to where I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm just tired now. I'm tired. I don't want to talk to nobody. That's when you ended up coming in, you know? Even then, I ain't gonna lie, like I prayed about him, like, Lord, all right, now I'm starting to like him now. Now, if he ain't for me now, he need to show me something.
hey, look. But it was the same way. You know, I started doing that as well. One thing that I know, one thing about us that you guys can tell already, pretty much, like we're definitely like, you know, spiritual, you know what I'm saying, individuals. And so, you know, we pray, you know, like for me, one of the things that grew out of my divorce was, you know, a stronger prayer life. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't never been through that. You know what I'm saying? I've never been through what I went through. You know, I was together with this lady, with this woman for like 15 years. You know what I'm saying?
That's a long time.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, you know, not to say that things, it wasn't just all bad. You know what I'm saying? Like there were some good. But I think as time went on, you know, you really understand that you have to grow together. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that happened.
Sometimes you cannot grow somebody.
You know what I'm saying?
You remember, I want to say it was a sermon or something or a podcast we were listening to when it was saying sometimes, you know, you get into a relationship with people, y'all only connect or y'all only have this connection and stuff because of what you guys have in common.
Yeah.
So at this point in time when y'all was together, y'all may have had, you know, partying, drinking, hurt. Like y'all was both hurting. So y'all related. You know what I'm saying? But once you started to elevate and heal, she couldn't relate to you no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was, and that's what I feel like. That's when I look back on how everything played out. That's what I feel like. What was going on? I feel like, you know, although the more years that we got of being together, you know, you saw more separation.
That was a word that she just spoke though, because you can apply that in anything.
Yeah.
You know, relationships, family, friendships, anything. Once you and a person stop having what y'all bonded, whether it's gossip, whether it's, you know what I'm saying, partying, whether it's anything, once y'all stop having that in common, it just kind of like the relationship start changing. Yeah. That's a word. That's really a word for real, and that's a thing.
Yeah, man. I mean, and so that's what happened. Now, as far as, you know, what happened, like just like Yagi was saying, you know, she got a good heart. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing that we realized. Well, between us both, we both have awesome hearts, man. We want to work things out. We want to help people. You know what I'm saying? And my thing was, in my past relationship, I pretty much was like, okay, well, this is happening, man. Let's just try to make it work. You know what I'm saying? So
without resolving and talking it out, so just sweeping it under the rug and moving forward.
Like, hey, look, let's just start off with a clean slate.
Yeah, that ain't healthy.
You different from me, okay?
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was. So all right, so infidelity was a part of it. You know what I'm saying? And it was just some other things, like, you know, just assumptions of thinking that somebody's doing something, and instead of coming to me or whatever, you know what I'm saying, about it, you know, there were some things done. You know what I'm saying? And so that should have been like, that's how I feel like as an adult. Like, come on, man, let's handle things the right way. You know what I'm saying? Let's all right, look, this happened or whatever. Or if you feel like somebody's doing something, come talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Don't go off and just in your own mind, I think something's going on. You know what I'm saying? And play off that.
So question. So you think that, okay, we should communicate, but what if your partner is not like you? What if they don't know how to communicate? Or what if they don't want to communicate?
Well, if they don't want to communicate, then it's really nothing that you can do on your end but do what you can do. You know what I'm saying? You can't make them want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I felt it was in my past marriage or whatever. Like, I could do everything that I could. You know what I'm saying? But if that person didn't want to, then it was nothing. It's nothing that you can do. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing that you can do. And which that's what I found out later on. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter how much I want my marriage or I want this relationship or I want to be this person for I want to be me, this type of person for this person. Like, it ain't gonna work. Mm-hmm. It's not going to work. And by, so the same way you mentioned this plenty of times, how, some things in your past, how it's helped you, learn, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. About, you learned a lot of things out of your past relationship. Like this has taught, like what I went through has taught me, you know what I'm saying? I tell you all the time what it's like or what a real relationship should look like. Yeah. Being equally yoked.
Yeah. I don't feel like we were equally yoked, but I feel like you handled your situation better than me because we were I wanted to communicate and he didn't. So after a while, I was like, okay, he was doing what he doing. And it was infidelity on both of our parts, his part and mine. After a while, I was just tired, definitely not something that I'm proud of. I felt like I should have had enough strength to just say, I don't want to deal with this, So anybody who's married or in a relationship, if you got to cheat, leave. Like, definitely. No tit for tat. Mm-hmm. No tit for tat. Because there's nothing that you can't justify cheating back. It's wrong. Once you cheat, you're just as wrong as him. It don't matter who cheated first. Or if she cheated first and then you go cheat, you're just as wrong as her. You can't, at that point, you can't even say you're a cheater because now you a cheater too. Y'all on the same level. It don't matter if you cheated afterwards.
Exactly.
So...
And you open up the door in your relationship to possibly make it where things will never be the same.
Never.
Once
ever.
You veer off, once you've been with somebody for a whole bunch of years, and then you start veering off, having experiences with other people, it's fun. It's like Disneyland.
Yeah, it's
right.
like,
you know what I'm saying? So it's just,
stop.
It's like once you pop, you can't stop. So you know how when you first start talking to somebody, it feel like Disneyland, like Disney World, like, oh, I want to feel this forever. Yeah. But really, that's just the first the first little stages or whatever. Right. Everything all good when you first start doing it.
To be
or
honest
whatever.
With you, I feel like it's just, you've been in a relationship for so long, and let's just say this person ain't giving you the attention that you're seeking. Mm-hmm. So of course, when you go talk to this new person, they're feeling that void that you've been having in your relationship for maybe the past month or so, or the past year. So it's gonna feel good. It's gonna feel good, but it definitely ain't worth it. Mm-hmm. It's not worth it.
Right.
We got to think long term, like how would this affect my relationship? Also, how's it going to make you feel, Because it doesn't feel, it may feel good for the moment, but I'm telling you, long term, it doesn't feel good.
Mm-hmm. You can't take those temporary feelings and, have it to ruin something that could possibly be a lifetime thing. Compliments and making somebody feel good and all that from somebody new, that's just temporary. Because the thing is, with the person that you with, you don't know how that new person is when they're sad, when they're mad, when they're broke, when they're, you know what I'm saying? You got to see somebody in all their seasons.
Everything.
Yeah, it look good and it sound good because it's new to you.
Yeah.
But how this man or how this woman gonna treat you when you down to nothing?
Yeah.
That's what matters.
Yeah,
and that's why you should always, you know what I'm saying? If you got somebody that's good, you should not never do anything to jeopardize that.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. With that, like, that's why, like, I'm glad that I'm able to be open in this relationship or whatever, man, because in the past relationship, like, I would want to talk. I would want to communicate. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I'm a man. Like, I know this. You know what I'm saying? But I need affirmation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, tell me, hey, look, you're gonna have a great day. You're an awesome man. You know what I'm saying? You are.
Is that your love language?
Yes.
Words of affirmation.
Yes. And the crazy is, it's funny you say that, because no lie, I want to say maybe the first. I think with us having the mindset of knowing what it's like to be married and knowing what it's like for us to be in relationships like that, you know, it was almost like when we got to asking each other questions, it was more like, hey, like, I don't have time to play. So I want to ask you these hard questions, or I want to ask you these questions where it's going to, like, let's say you're asking questions that you feel that's going to make somebody run off. You know what I'm saying?
Make me say, that'll do it.
Yeah. Like, and so that's what started with us. That's what started with us, right? And so she, we did that. We was like, hey man, what's your love language? I tell you what, she said what she thought her love language was. I told her what I felt like mine was.
Did y'all take the test?
Yes, we did.
You gotta take the test. I'm telling you, you gotta take the test.
Took the test, right? Now this is the crazy thing right here. So mine was, I want to say, words of affirmation first, and quality time second. Now, I always felt like I was a touchy type of guy. You know what I'm saying? Because I have to put my hands on them. You know what I'm saying? Not like that, y'all. But,
not like that. Yeah, like that. Like that. Not like that, y'all.
Hey, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Ain't no Ike Turner stuff going on.
Go on, Ike Turner.
But
I'm just playing.
But yeah, y'all wildin'. But no, so we did it. We took the test. So mine was words of affirmation and quality time. Hers was flip flop.
Yeah,
quality time, words of affirmation. And I was like, dang, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And so,
but in our relationship, words of affirmation and quality time, like, we do those almost every day. Like, he can text me something, and I'm telling y'all, it'll make my whole day. It'll make my whole day. And the same thing with him. You know, like, I can say something, and he'll just be like, I love you. You know, and it just have us both on the high all day. All day.
Aww.
No, man, I just think it's important. It's important it's like the same way that you start off within a relationship.
Yeah.
It's hard for you to try to keep that up because life happens, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I challenge myself every day to be that same person that I was with her day one, since day one. And so, I do that. Hey, I text her, you know, good morning. Today is going to be a great day. You know, you're victorious. You're beautiful. You know what I'm saying? You can get through whatever
look like she blushing or something.
Whatever that today has for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can get through this. You're strong enough to get through this. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody dampen your day. You know what I'm saying? You got this. You that girl. You know what I'm saying? That's you. You know what I'm saying? I do that. I try to do that every day because, you know, you see what you get. You know what I'm saying?
Also, like, even when I'm asleep, he think I don't know, but I be up. He'll kiss me. He'll just be speaking to me while he think I'm sleeping anyway. He'll just be like, I love you. You're everything I pray for. Like, you are amazing. Just everything. Our day is going to be awesome.
Oh, y'all like a movie.
Y'all, I'm telling y'all, like, it is something, y'all, it's amazing. I know for me, in the beginning, because I've never experienced this.
Did it seem awkward?
I'm not going to say it felt awkward, but I felt like I couldn't like receive it all the way or process it. Because I was still holding on to everything that I did wrong. Like when we first started talking, I felt like I was going to fail in this relationship, you know, just because of past mistakes and my mindset, to be honest with you. So to be honest with you, what I had to work on, and it was very hard for me, was forgiving myself. Like, forgiving myself for, you know, choosing the wrong men, or, you know what I'm saying, allowing things to be done and also reacting based off of how somebody else you know what I'm saying, mishandles me or handle me or whatever. I had to forgive myself for all of that and say, okay, that happened, I did that, but that's no longer me. So yeah, if somebody try to bring up something that I did, I don't even really speak on it like that because that's not who I am. I don't live there anymore. Like, new person, this is a whole new season. So now that I've done that, it's like now I can receive all of the love that he's given me. You know, I feel like I do deserve this now, in spite of, and can't nobody tell me nothing different. Like, I deserve this because, I may have been doing what I did or going through and choosing this, whatever. But I also know what I was praying to God about behind closed doors, you know. And God answered my prayers. And the only thing I asked for was just somebody who could give me the things money couldn't buy. You know, loyalty, love, and all this other stuff. But I got a little bit more. And definitely.
You got a little bit of both. God hooked you up.
Yeah, he hooked me up, baby. He did his thing. I ain't gonna even flex. He did his thing, y'all. I know also I can speak on, like I said, because I do have a lot of kids. Trying to find someone, it wasn't just making sure that I was happy, but also making sure that my kids are happy as well. That they are also getting the same love that I get. And he has definitely shown that to not only me, but them as well. Let me say this before I say something else. When I'm saying something about somebody in my past who I dated or anything, I'm not trying to belittle anyone. But I'm just speaking on what happened and that it is what it is. Like, it's just me being real, but, you know, definitely not trying to downplay nobody. But, you know, my kids' fathers can definitely be more active than they are. However, you know what I'm saying? I definitely don't try to, you know, bash their dads to them. Like, I'm not a bearded baby mama at all. I could care less. Life goes on. I just always ask God to provide me with somebody who can pretty much pick up their slack. You know, I'm not finna force a grown man to do nothing because I know that the Lord will provide. So I would also pray that as well, you know, let this person also be an example for my kids. And he's been doing that. So for me, y'all, like, I do want to tell anybody, I don't care where you come from, what you've been through. Like, you can have whatever you want. You can have whatever you want. You can have whatever you want. As long as you don't let nobody shift your perspective, make you stay like try to make you stay in the mindset of you can't have this. Because sometimes your friends will tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes your family will tell you that. Like, I don't care. If somebody say something to you and you don't agree with it, do not accept it. Do not accept it. Do not absorb that energy. Like, I ain't gonna lie, be a rebel against it. Like, no, I hear what you're saying, but I can't accept it. I don't want that. I want more. You know what I'm saying? Let people tell I'm supposed to be in the projects with my 6 kids living on, you know what I'm saying? Income-based housing. Yeah. I ain't want that. And I ain't gonna never want that. I don't want that. I don't care if I had 15 kids. You ain't finna say I don't want to be in the projects. All right? I don't want to be in the projects. I don't want to be out there. I don't want to be out there. And I ain't gonna, and I stayed out there for 1 year, y'all, probably almost 2. And after that, it was a wrap for me. I didn't want that. So whatever you want, like, go after. You know what I'm saying? For anybody who hurting, therapy is cool. Like, don't let people tell you therapy, that's for crazy people. No, it's not. No, it's not. Take whatever steps you need, you know what I'm saying, for you. And know that when you start to heal, you know, your circle may change. You may have 10 friends. Hey, by the end of, you know what I'm saying, your healing process, you might just have 2 or you might not have none. The healing process, you gotta be okay with that. You gotta be okay. Because sometimes being lonely, you know what I'm saying, it'll make you start hanging with people and doing stuff just because you trying to fill a void. For me, I know that it makes me very emotional because I'm so used to being around people. So I ain't gonna lie, Robert, no, I be crying like, I don't have any friends. I don't have any friends. But to be honest with you, I had to just shift my mindset. Okay, why I, instead of me just crying, like, okay, Lord, what are you trying to teach me? To be honest with you, what I felt like the Spirit told me, I'm trying to work on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to work on you a little bit more, so I could be the, you know, best servant for Him best wife to my, cause he gonna be my husband. The best
already.
The best wife to my best wife to my husband, and the best mother. You know what I'm saying, to my kids. So they, again, I feel like I'm breaking generational curses, just like my cousin. You know what I'm saying? If y'all knew where we came from, do you think we'll be here? Probably not. But
I don't think they know where we at. They don't know where we at.
They
But we're gonna keep that quiet.
Yeah.
We're
but
gonna keep that on a hush hush.
you know
but
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like I feel like we are breaking generational curses. You know what I'm saying? Some of the things we had to endure, our kids don't have to go through it. Like, and it's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's amazing. Mm-hmm. Shout out to my grandma.
Don't forget my granddaddy.
Granddaddy too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? For always, you know what I'm saying, putting in us like, you can have whatever you want. You ain't gotta settle. Like, I still call my grandma to the day. Grandma, what do you think I should do? You know what I'm saying? She gives the best advice.
Yeah. For me, I feel like Yagi being here and finding Robert, to me, I feel like it's emotional because, like, we first cousins. Like, y'all don't know, like, we grew up together, like,
from infants,
like baby pictures, side by side on the couch. Like, we grew up in the same house. We walked to the bus stops together. We dressed alike for twins for years. Like, we are literally, like, day one, grew up our whole life together until we was probably about 16. That's when I went with my mama. She went with her mama for a little while. But for the most part, we grew up together like we were sisters. And we always, defended each other. We just always been in each other's space, like our entire life. So I don't know what it was. Like, I wish I could tell y'all what it was that made me be like, all I can remember was me and Luke was sitting down. And then all I remember was saying, you know who would be good for Robert? And then Luke was like, who? And I said, Yagi. And then Luke was looking like, yeah. And so I don't know what it was. I wish I could tell y'all what it was that made me just think of that, or what it was that just, I don't know. It was nothing. We weren't even talking about that. I want to say we may have been watching a movie. I don't know. I can't even remember what we was doing, but it just came on my heart. And then Luke reached out to Robert first or whatever. And then Robert came over the next day. They had that conversation or whatever. And then I end up reaching out to Yagi or whatever. But anyways, long story short, now we here. But long story short, for me, it's kind of like, it's joy, because I've watched her grow up. I've watched her, with her kids. I've watched the failed relationships. I've watched her settle for less. I've watched, I can remember somebody coming over for Thanksgiving. I'm like, what? Like, who is this and what you doing with them? Like, but if y'all can't already tell, like, me and Yagi, we kind of like night and day. Like, my personality and her personality is like different. Like, I always been the one like,
I ain't putting up with it.
Yeah. And Yagi always been like
Let's give him a try.
Oh,
Give him a
Yes,
and I be like, for what? Like, no. Like, you ain't got no money? I always been like that.
Yeah.
So, but I say all that to say, like, I'm just overjoyed. Like, because I really seen her, like, in her worst. I've seen her, like, and it's just such a joy to be able to watch somebody, love and care for your cousin / sister. You know what I'm saying? The way that she pretty much been craving to be loved and cared for her entire life.
Right.
She've never received that love that she is experiencing now.
Right.
And I can, like, honestly say she has never received that kind of love. Never. Yeah. Like, I know she been married. I know she had this boyfriend, but she has never. When I say never.
Ever.
Like,
never.
He know that, though. I told him what God told me. What, it was the second day?
Yeah, something like that.
It was the second day.
Something like that.
Sunday morning.
Yeah.
We'll listen to gospel music.
Yeah.
And if I cry, y'all forgive me. Well, listen to gospel music, y'all, and I tell y'all no lie. Like,
she a Cancer, so
I am.
It's okay.
So God definitely, I was sitting on his chest, and God just said to me, like, do you understand now why I didn't let those relationships work out? And in that moment, like, I'm like, I just started crying because everything just felt so good. But even then, he didn't reveal everything to me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like, even now, like, I get teary-eyed because I was trying to force things that God never had for me. He always wanted better for me, but clearly because of how I felt about myself, you know, I felt like I just deserved to have this much. He was like, no, daughter, you deserve to have all of this. To have somebody to love you, you know what I'm saying? Like, love you beyond just the physical, you know? Not talking about the way you look, not talking about, you know what I'm saying, anything sexual, anything. For somebody to love your spirit first, like, just love you as a person, like, that's an amazing feeling. To have somebody tell me, you know, like, I don't just want you. I want you to understand, like, I don't want you just for your body. You know what I'm saying? I want you for you. Like, y'all, that just did something to me. And it took me a minute to process it, because for a long time, I felt like that's all I was worth. I felt like I had to give people, you know what I'm saying, like, my physical body for them to love me. But God said that's not it. The man that I have for you is going to love you. He's going to love the person that I created you to be. And that's an amazing feeling. I feel like I have my whole mask off in this relationship, and it feels so good, you know? I'm so thankful that God is allowing this change right now, because I have daughters. You know, you don't want your daughters to see you going from relationship to relationship. You don't want your daughters to see you going through different emotional stages and things like that. So I'm so thankful that he's allowing this to happen right now for my kids to see me being loved the right way, so that they can know how love can look. So whenever they you know, grow up, they'll look for these same qualities that Robert has given me, you know, no matter what didn't happen with their dad. Like, okay, I know my daddy didn't do this, so they're not together, but I grew up in this household. You know what I'm saying? So I know what love is supposed to look like. That's why I thank my grandma and my grandfather as well, because they taught us how your household should be, what a woman's role is, what a man's role is. If my granddaddy would have knew some of the stuff I was doing, he probably would have cussed me out. That's why I ain't tell him, because he don't play.
And he would have cussed you out. He
don't play.
And talk about you when you leave.
Yeah, he would. He don't play. You did what now? I know.
I think that's why I always been kind of like how I am, because of granddaddy. Like, you know, to be with somebody, like, for me, you know, we watched our granddaddy get up and go to work. He worked 2-3 jobs. You know what I'm saying? He was like the person that went and worked. So for me, that was just something that I knew that I just couldn't do. But, you know, for me, it just kind of like, I don't know why I don't know. I'm just strong on the outside. I always been like that, though, even when we was little. Like, I'll never forget, boy, I used to boss y'all get around knowing she could tear me up. I knew she could tear me up, too.
Get on my nerves, boy.
Hey, I knew she could tear up. Hey, she could have folded me up, boy. But look, I always had that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was always something.
Have always been the same.
Yeah.
Since we
were little. Like, for me, I always been the type person like, nah, not me. You ain't finna do me. Like, nah, if you think you finna be with me and not work, yeah, I know that wrong. Like, I always been like that, even as a kid, when I ain't had no business even think about being with nobody, But I just always been like that. Yagi has always been like, oh, you know, so soft and so nice and forgiving. And, you know, she's always been that way. Yeah. You know, so to just, like I said again, like, I'm going to say it again, like, just to see this and just to see how happy she is and just to see, you know, I love to see her pull up in that yard. I love that.
Yeah.
When I tell you I love that, you know, some people, this is another subject for another day.
Yeah, girl.
But some people... What? No, I'm just saying, some people like to see people doing good.
Just not better than them.
Just not better than them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been that type of person.
Right.
If it's anything I know, I'll put you on. If it's anything that I got and you want it, I'll send you the link.
Yep.
If it's anything that you want to do and I can help you with it, I'm knowledgeable in it, I'm going to help you get it.
Right.
If I'm somewhere and you trying to get where I'm getting, I'll refer you.
Yeah.
And I've always been like that. I think anybody who know me can attest, you know what I'm saying, to that. Some people, you know what I'm saying, they want to be the superior.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If I was that type of person, I'd be feeling like, oh, I ain't finna tell Yagi about Robert for what, so she can live in a house like me and da-da-da-da-da. That's like weak. Like, why would you even think like that?
But the thing,
You ought to want somebody to be like, you know what I'm saying? You ought to want that for somebody that you love and that you care about. You should want that.
Yep.
Yeah.
But everybody not like that. People don't like to see people doing good. I'm telling you.
Listen,
People don't like that.
Yeah, you're right.
I've heard so much now, like, oh, she changed. Oh, she thinks she rich. I'm like, who rich? First of all, who
Hello.
rich?
At all.
Hello,
Who
where's
said
my
that?
Rolls Royce?
Right, you know what I'm saying? Cause baby, come on now. 'Cause if I were rich now, I'd be
We're
pulling
comfortable.
up.
We are comfortable.
And it's all about how you take care of what you got.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's all about
Talk
how
about
it's all
it.
about how you take care of your money.
Talk
You know
about
what I'm
it.
saying? Or like I can be, you know, like how what the lifestyle is now. You know what I'm saying? And it don't even have to be. It ain't real extravagant. You know what I'm saying? But if you know what to do with your money,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna know how to live the right way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, man, that's very important. You know what I'm saying? Like that's important to me. I ain't never really have it like that. Like we pretty much kind of similar, grew up the same way.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And so we ain't really have it like how we like that. But once I began to understand how to make money and how to save money and stuff like that, man, it was always like, okay, well, all right, I don't need this, you know what I'm saying? But I know how to put back. I know how to save. And that's all I've done.
And that's
all
what
my
you
life.
taught me. So
Yep.
I was in survival mode, you guys. I'm going to be honest with you. Prior to getting to him, coming out of this divorce, I don't care. People be looking at you on Facebook. She got it. No, I don't. I don't got it. You feel what I'm saying? I was on a budget. You know what I'm saying? I told you I used to go $10 store. All of my clothes, majority of them, unless I had on Nike or something. But discount everything for me. You feel me? But I was in survival mode. I don't care what I look like on social media. I was in survival mode. But getting with him, he showed me finances is something that we talk about, He asked me a question like, do you do this? And I'm like, to be honest with you, like, I don't really know how to do that. I do want to learn. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not rich. He just taught me what he knew. Like how my cousin, she taught me what she knew. If I want to know something, she tell me. Same thing with him. He taught me how to save my money, how to put back. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I feel like you could be working at Dollar General and be saved up. It's just how you budget your money.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have anything you want. It's just on your mind. It's just your mindset, how you look at things. Do you want to sit up and try to please the people? You out here trying to buy every jade that drop out, but you ain't got nowhere to staying with your mama. Got your shoes in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, or do you want to, think long term? Well, shoot, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to put this back. I really don't need it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all about what people want. I'm to the point now, I don't care about pleasing nobody. I know what I want long term. I'd rather for my bank account to be sitting pretty. And then, you know what I'm saying? I can go, not saying I don't get what I want now, but I want to do some other stuff. I've been thinking about, I told him yesterday, I said I want to buy some land. You know what I'm saying? Let's think about ways to create multiple streams of income. You know what I'm saying? Buy some land, or he talked about buying duplexes one time. That's what I'm thinking about, But if I would have never got him, I probably wouldn't. I was dating hood, excuse my language, hood niggas. They ain't want nothing. They don't want nothing but to go to the club.
They live for the moment too.
For the moment.
They survive for the moment, live for the moment.
That's how I used to be though.
All that.
That's how
for
I used
the
to
moment.
Be. That was my mindset. I live for the moment. Till I got Robin. Robin was like, I understand that. And I love the fact that even though, he probably didn't agree with what I the way I thought. Like, he never belittled me. He was like, okay, I understand it, but let's try this way.
That's Robert for you.
And
That's
I
Robert.
love
Robert
it.
very understanding.
He is, and
He's
it
very
made me
understanding.
want to try his way. Y'all know, like, even something as simple as folding clothes.
I kid you not.
Y'all, we got into an argument. It wasn't even an argument, really. It was just like a little
Debate.
She felt like I was trying to.
Debates.
You know what I'm saying? In a way, like I felt like she felt like I was trying her. You know what I'm saying?
I would have felt like you trying me too. I'd have been like, so you saying I don't know how to fold clothes?
Yeah.
And it wasn't even
What you
about
saying?
the folding of the clothes. You know what I'm saying? So like,
It was the process.
it was just of how to go about it.
Yeah,
You
it was
know
the
what I'm saying?
process. And so we talked about it, y'all, and I had a whole attitude for like the rest of the night, y'all. We talked about it.
You're such a Cancer.
I am. And so
It had to
was
been me.
I had attitude for the rest of the night. 'Cause what you trying to say? You know what I'm saying? All you had to do was show me. Da, 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 da. So I guess I misunderstood what he was trying to say. He was like, no, I'm just saying da, da, da. So once we talked about it, y'all, like, so I ended up washing clothes the next day, and I said, let me just try his method. And I was like, you know what? You were right. This is a little bit easier. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be open-minded, y'all. You got to be open-minded.
For sure.
Hold on, let me just say. So I know y'all been talking about a lot of stuff. It's been
We
good.
have.
But like, so first thing first. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to be in a situation where I don't have to worry about nobody wanting me because of what I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, never.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this woman has never brought up or asked me how much is in my bank account. This woman has
Thank
never
you.
asked me, you know, what I'm driving before we even met. You know what I'm saying? Or where I stay. You know what I'm saying? Like where you know where my home was or what my home looked like. And you know that makes that easier because you already know it ain't about your money.
Yeah.
It ain't about your possessions. You know what I'm saying? It's legit about you.
Yep.
And so, you know, that do my heart good, you know what I'm saying, to know that. Number two, for men, like, you know, like I was saying earlier, you get what you put, you get out what you put in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So when it come to, you know, you talking to your lady, you know what I'm saying, and you know, inspiring her in some type of way, you know what I'm saying, you gonna get that back. You know what I'm saying? In some type of way. That's just
Whether it's good or bad, whatever you put in is what you're gonna get out.
Yeah, so you gon' get that. And you know, I always like now, you know, I want to just continue. I want to continue to do that. And that ain't gonna do nothing. But I feel like this is gonna make our relationship even stronger than what it is. You know what I'm saying? What's that? What else next? I love the fact that about the kids. You know what I'm saying? I love the fact that we have. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Now that was a challenge for me because I got two. I got a daughter and I got a son.
Y'all do the math, 6 + 2.
You know what I'm saying? And so, when I understood in my mind, okay, I do things with a purpose. And so when I knew that I was going to pursue her, it wasn't just about her. It was about those kids as well. You know what I'm saying? Well, our kids. That's what I say. You know what I'm saying? So, and I love the fact that I can come home every day and be, have somebody right there at that door, like, you know, waiting on me, y'all. Like, that's like one of the best feelings in the world. You know what I'm saying? And then just for them to embrace me the way that I embrace them. Man, I ain't never told. So look, one day I came home from work, having a great, had a great day. It was on a Friday, and I came in there and she was like, "Hey, Kinsley done wrote something. You know, one of the girls wrote something for you, or whatever." And on the paper, it was just saying, "Thank you so much for doing what you were doing for us. We really love you and we really appreciate you, and we know that you're a great person because of how you treat our mom." Let me tell you something.
Ooh.
That broke me down.
Ooh.
To the point to where like I'm sitting up there, I'm trying to get myself together. You know what I'm saying? And she's looking at me like, I ain't never seen no man cry.
Ooh.
And I've never ever felt comfortable enough to even do that around another woman. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just knowing that the impact that you have on not only
the mom, but
the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm talking about I sat there and I cried and she looked at me like, I know this joker ain't sitting up here crying like, I'm talking about he crying like he done lost somebody. Like, bro, that's
you were looking at him in his face.
I was like, what wrong with you?
Hey, she ain't know what. She was like, huh? Like, what? It's just a note. You know what I'm saying? But I take that and knowing in my head, I never want to fail. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I always want to make sure that I can be for them what I need, whatever they need of me. I want to be that. Mm-hmm. And so, like that hit in a different place. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, but this how they feel about me. You know what I'm saying? And I know, and it's real. So, I love that. I love the fact that they see me love their mom in the way that I do. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know, the way that we love each other. Because it's all about building up a healthy environment.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? For everybody. I don't care where you came from. You know what I'm saying? Of course, just trying to show them as well. About just trying to show them that they can have this as well.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They can live like this as well. You know what I'm saying? It's all about being in the all about health. Yep. You know what I'm saying? A healthy mentality, a healthy, spirit, being spiritually minded, healthy physical. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just
emotionally.
You know what I'm saying? It's okay for you to express yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And not be like looked at crazy or, you know what I'm saying,
penalized for it. Yeah.
Because you expressing yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so all of this has shown me everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't about, and I say this and I know y'all understand that it's no disrespect, nothing like that. But for people that's listening too, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't about saving nobody. Mm-hmm. This woman didn't need to be saved. No. She just needed to be loved properly. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? She didn't need she was already independent.
Yeah, she was now.
You know what I'm saying?
She was doing her thing.
Yeah. Like, she didn't need me to come through with her financially, although there were some things that she wanted to do financially that she's able to do now. You know what I'm saying? But it was never about
two
that.
Always better than one, for sure.
Yeah. Babe, what I told you when you first talked to me on the phone, what did you say the first thing I said?
Oh, talking about the first conversation? And I was like, hey, tell me about yourself. And she was like, I'm a happy mother of 6. That came out of my first. You know what I'm saying? Which
I had already told him, though.
But see, that's what I'm saying. When I was saying earlier about the hard stuff, see, that would have ran somebody off.
Mm-hmm. But see, I already told you.
Mother of 6.
I already told you, because for me, before I even reach out to her or even waste her time, I had to know whether that was going to be an issue or not. And he really took it very well, and I couldn't believe it. And I was like, okay, you know.
Because you don't want to never penalize. You don't ever want to penalize somebody for what they got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have missed out on I tell everybody this.
Yeah.
I could have missed out on a blessing.
I have actually, though, had people tell me, I don't think I can date you. You know, I know you're a great woman, but I don't think I can be with you because you got 6 kids. Like, I don't think I can handle what everyone was saying in the streets or whatever because you have 6 kids.
I was just going to say, and you know that for people, it don't necessarily be how they feel.
It's about what other people
It's about what they don't want to have to go through what everybody else around them. Because, I mean, let's be honest, people are going to say something.
They're going to judge.
But you got to be in a place where you don't care what they're saying.
Right.
This is who I want to be with. You know what I'm saying? And it, like I said, it don't just be them. They probably can deal with it, but it just be what
everybody else around
them.
And to be honest with you, everybody who has said that to me, they always try to double back and come back and try to talk to me. But no. Like, why would I give you a second chance after what you said, baby?
Yeah.
No, thank you. No hard feelings, but I'm good on you. Like, it ain't just, again, it was never just about me. It was about my kids. So the reason why this relationship was so, my son even opened up. You remember what Kamani said?
Yeah, definitely.
And it brought me to tears, y'all, to hear my baby say, people never want us. They just want my mom.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. I was like.
He said that?
Yes.
Yeah,
I was like.
Oh, my goodness.
I was like, dang, my baby feel like this. You know what I'm saying? So, in my mind, I knew then, like, I couldn't fail no more. I couldn't fail no more. I couldn't just be out here, you know what I'm saying, doing something. Like, I knew at that moment when my son said that, like, what Robert said, that I have to use the term he used. Now, at this point, I got to date with a purpose. I can't just be out here dating if it don't work, date somebody else, because my kids watch me. To hear my son say that, it hit different, and it brought tears to my eyes. That just made me feel some type of way. And I don't never want my kids to feel like they're not wanted. Never, ever, ever.
Yeah, it's just you do. You have to date with a purpose. Like, for me, like, I'm gonna say this too. I've never not wanted to be married. I already knew that I always wanted to be a husband, right? And so, you know, even with this right now, like how you know, Yaga was saying, like, she ain't for the streets. I am not for the streets, my boy. I know I know this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not for the streets. I am a husband.
Yeah.
I'm a husband. I'm a provider. You know what I'm saying?
You are that.
I take care of
everything.
My people.
Superman.
I take
okay, hype your man on this podcast. Okay, let the girls know.
Yes.
I take care of my people. I take care of my family. You know what I'm saying? And I do it with pride.
Gracefully.
And I always wanted to do that. And so when it didn't work out, did I question myself whether I could do that? No. That wasn't the question. You know what I'm saying? It was just a question of, even sometimes did I do everything that I could? And I did. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why it was so easy for me to let go as well. You know what I'm saying? To let go. Because you got some folks, man, that they hold on to they want to hold on to folks that they going through with and they got these problems with. And it's like, well, dang, man, you know, I want to let it go, but I can't. Yeah, you can. You know what I'm saying? I want to let him go, but I can't. Yes, you can.
You got to let that again.
You know
That's why I feel like forgiveness comes into play. You got to not only learn how to, even if you don't know why they did what they did, or you know what I'm saying, you don't like what they did, you have to forgive.
Yeah,
if you don't forgive, you're not going to move on. You're going to just take this relationship, you're going to take whatever happened to this baggage to this next relationship. You're going to be wondering why you got problems because you still dealing with your relationship for 2003. You got to learn to let it go.
Exactly.
You gotta let that trauma go.
Gotta let all of it go.
Yeah, for real. So yeah, man, that was just the kids, man. I love it, man. It's amazing. It's amazing having and they, like I said, they be right there. It's amazing. Come on, the way you were saying about the car pulling up in the driveway. When I come home and I open them doors up, and of course the kids gonna be there and everything like that. But I go upstairs in that room or wherever in the house, and I see that face, I'm at peace.
Let me just say that.
I don't care about nothing else that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just something about just her being there.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care about nothing.
I got something to say.
For real.
Go ahead.
Everybody that ever hurt this man or tried to play him, thank y'all. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys for mishandling him. Thank you for hurting him. Like, I thank you guys for all of that, because baby, if you guys would have never took him through that, he would not be this amazing man that he is right now. Oh. So I'm so thankful. If I could hug and give all y'all a kiss on the cheek, I would. Like, I know even past some of his past, it's no beef. It's no beef with me and you, sis. If anything, baby, like, we cool. We could be the best of friends, because I thank you for fumbling the ball so I could pick it up. Like, it ain't no beef. Like, but don't see who he is now with me and, oh, now you want him back. No. Thank you.
She had to throw that one in there.
You made that bed for me, baby, and I'm still
Wait a minute now. I thought this was going somewhere else.
But
They made that bed for me and I'm still laying in it. I ain't going nowhere.
But and even it ain't even a flex. It's just more of like
it's a flex.
It's a flex.
It's a flex for me.
It's a flex.
It's a flex for me.
Look.
It's definitely a flex.
I guess I'm speaking for myself. You know what I'm saying?
Speak for yourself, bro.
But nah, like, and there's nothing wrong with what she said because it ain't no drama. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no beef, no nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You go through things in life, man, and you learn from it, you grow from it. But what comes out on the other end, don't, you know what I'm saying? Like she said, don't retract. You know what I'm saying? And be like, well, no. You know what I'm saying? Like
He look good, I know.
No, we good.
I know, sis.
And so, but yeah, like, man, this is I love everything about this relationship, y'all. You said something about about a movie. It feel like that.
It do.
You know, it really do. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's nothing being forced. It's nothing being like, I gotta make myself do this. Everything happens genuinely. Everything happens.
That's the way it should be also.
You know?
I felt like when I was for real when I said y'all ain't got to worry about backtracking. But anyways, before I was going to say that.
Get this girl.
What I was going to say was, I feel like, honestly, him going through everything that he went through, I feel like was to mold him for where he's at right now. And everything I went through was to mold me for this moment here. Mm-hmm. I felt like if we would have met before our time, it would not have worked because I had a nigga mentality. Like, I was tired. I was like, you know what, nigga, I don't need you. At this point, say the wrong thing, breathe wrong, I'm finna go. Okay? It done been a couple times I done told him, I'm finna go. I'm finna pack my stuff on up. I'm finna get it gone back to the hall.
That's that cancer jump, though. Cancers are very impulsive. I don't know if you noticed that yet. But, like, we'll say some stuff, but then we be, like, thinking out here, like, I ain't even had to say all that. I took it far.
Yeah, I did.
I took it far.
I done did that before. But he know me.
Me and Yaki did that in Houston. Mm-hmm. I don't know if she told you.
No, I did. I did. Oh. I ain't tell him. I told him the fun parts. I left out the bloopers.
Ooh, we did that in Houston.
We did. We did.
But the funny thing is, we know each other. So it's just like, you saying all that, but I know you and I know what you really mean. Yeah. And then she at me like, yeah, I already know what you're trying to do. Like, it was funny.
It was.
We was over it the next day. But yeah.
But I feel like everything happens at its appointed time. Yeah. So at the time that we, met each other, we were both just finna get ready to give up. And I felt like God was like, no, this the moment right here that I'm finna come in. I tell you, I know like to the day, that man will hug me. And he probably don't even know. He don't, cause I'm telling. But I'll be like, Lord, I thank you. I thank you. And then I thank you for being who you are. Then I thank you for him as well. I have never, ever done that in a relationship to where I'm just thanking God. But I do thank God for this man every day. Mm-hmm. When I tell y'all, baby, if God be like, leave. If he telling you, take a season and be by yourself, be by yourself.
Yeah.
If he telling you, hey sis, start giving him your candy and your yams and your pie and whatever else, start listening to him because you're gonna probably go through where you like, man, I want to do this, but refrain from it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Refrain from it. It's all gonna work out so beautifully. Like his plan, he knows what's best for us, even when we don't understand. Cause think about it, we be doing stupid stuff, dating people. You know what I'm saying? Who we know we shouldn't date. They be showing us these signs in the beginning. Oh no, he just made a mistake. That was my crazy too. He just made a mistake. He didn't mean that. He didn't mean to cheat on me. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yep.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
All of it.
For real. We be stuck there trying to make excuses for people and you only hurt yourself. Yeah. Somebody who love you, baby, listen, you ain't got to tell them how to treat you. You don't have to tell them how to be, respect you behind their back or when you're not in their presence. Like, yeah, it don't matter. It could be because you gotta.
Hold on, because your boy come over here. He always talk highly of his girl. Hey, he come over here.
All day.
He come over here, boy. He gonna have the utmost respect. Everything. He gonna talk highly about you every time.
And vice versa.
I don't care if you taking a long time to get dressed. He gonna be like, yeah, you know, beautiful. You know, she over there trying to, you know.
She getting it together.
She trying to get it
Hey,
together.
look, but then when he come home, he gonna be like, we gonna go out. We come home, he gonna be like, babe, you know, I understand that, you know, you want to do your lashes and your makeup and you know, you want to make sure everything is on point. But, you know, next time, let's just try to, you know, if you got to be there at 9, you know, let's just try. Let's try.
Start at 7:30.
No, not 7:30. He gonna be like, let's just try. You know, maybe 6 o'clock. You know, you go picking out some things and stuff like that. And I'm like,
what?
You right, babe.
But see, it's the way. It's the way.
It's the way you say it. It's your delivery.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, believe it or not, y'all, I've always been told that I've come off aggressive.
I don't know.
You?
Listen to me. I've always been told that you say things aggressively. You know what I'm saying?
I'm the aggressive one.
Nah, look.
I never witnessed an aggressive thing you ever said.
Now look, I'm just telling you. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's all about the way that you approach somebody with whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, like what she said, like, and I know, and me knowing the background of the different, you know, guys that she dated and stuff like that or whatever, you have to show somebody like that different.
Yeah.
Okay, well, dang, okay, well, I'm able to hear it because I'm not hearing it the way that I'm used to hearing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, like, hey, babe, look, I understand you want to do this right here, so, and there ain't nothing wrong with it.
That's
but
exactly what
I just want you to understand, okay, so, instead of doing this like this, how about we do this? Yeah, how about we try this right here?
Let's try this right here.
What you think about that? You know what I'm saying? You gon', okay. All right, you know what I'm saying? I found that working for us.
Sometimes I don't be saying, sometimes I got to think about it. I got to process
and that's cool.
I be like, hold on, let me think.
Is it because you really, to me, just like knowing y'all and kind of whatever, you never really had nobody to lead you before?
I never.
And that's what it is.
That's the main thing. I'm so used. I had a male presence. Yeah. But they did not know how to lead. Yeah. So I had to cooking and cleaning and cooking and cleaning, and you feel what I'm saying, trying to still gotta take care of the bills and take care of the kids, and not everything was on me. And so, to be honest with you, that was a struggle for me in the beginning in our relationship.
Yep.
To let him lead. You know what I'm saying? And so, and that, I think that had to do also with me just not trusting people too. Because I'm like, how I know you ain't going to leave? I don't want to just be doing that, then you leave me. You know, I might well just keep, you know what I'm saying, keep the knowledge that I know and do what I do. Because if you leave, then I ain't going to miss the beat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, like, he has earned my trust. Like, he has shown me, like, you could trust me.
And that's the thing, too. Now, that is definitely, that's real. Even for me, you would think, because like you said, certain traumas that you go through in relationships, sometimes that stuff lingers over into your next one if it's not dealt with. This lady has not me, you would think, because there was some type of physical infidelity that came about in my last relationship, that I would be like, oh, where you going? Or who gonna be there? You know what I'm saying?
Not just about what you did, but wait, our relationship is very open. Yeah. So he know that I cheated. Y'all, if y'all want to know, I done told him that he ain't just, this ain't nothing I just sprung up on the podcast. Like, we literally talk about everything. Like, this man is my best friend. Like, we talk about everything. So you would think that, what happened in his relationship, then on top of that, you know what I'm saying, by me saying, I cheated too, because XYZ, that could cause a trigger for him. He could be like, hey, where you going? Who you talking to? Like, nah, but let me tell you, I'm finna talk about this right here. Let me tell you how I killed all that, y'all. So, we ended up hanging out one night. We was at his grandma's house. Auntie house, sorry. And so I was texting my manager, y'all. All right, this is like in the very beginning stages of us talking. Christmas Day. So I'm on my phone, y'all, and I'm texting my manager, and I seen him out of the corner of my eye, like trying to look at my phone. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you ain't even got to do all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, You ain't got to do all that. Let me tell you what I did. So I ain't say nothing while we was in there with his family. Feel the sense. So I politely left the message up and I put the phone on my thigh. You know what I'm saying? So he can read it. Yo, you want to see what I'm doing? Like, you ain't got to do, I ain't giving you no reason not tripping. So I did all that. So then we left. We talked about it. I said something. He was like, oh, you be watching? I said, I sure do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got no, I give him every reason to trust me. Oh, he got a code to my phone. You feel what I'm saying? When he grabbed my phone, I'll be like, oh, get my phone. Nah, I don't be like that. I be like, hey, answer the phone. You know what I'm saying? Do this, do that. Like, yeah, he be like, I don't want to go on your phone. I'm like, bro, go on the phone. Like, why is you tripping like that? Go in the phone. Like, it's nothing. Like, there's nothing in here like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, because that was, and see, that was something from, like I said, we talking about trauma. And so that was something that I did have to deal with. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it ain't like, shoot, Yagi gonna leave that phone right there. You know what I'm saying? And it's even like, I'm like, okay. Like, she does nothing to allow me to question her trust. You know what I'm saying? Or whether if I can trust her. Yeah.
That's good. So we're going to have to go ahead and close this thing on up. So, pretty much for everybody out there who may have recently gotten out of a bad relationship, or even if it was years ago and you still have not been able to kind of shake back and move on, just be intentional about who you are pursuing. Don't sweep nothing under the rug about what you want in a person just because they look good or just because they have this or that. If you know you don't like a person that has a temper, don't go with nobody who got a temper. If you know you don't want nobody who, you know what I'm saying, just anything, don't settle. Right. Just go. Okay, some stuff you may have to settle for because, you know, sometimes, I mean, I just truly believe there's not a perfect person, you know, whatever, but you have to decide what things that you are willing to settle for.
So it's not that they more so
not emotionally.
It's not that they have to settle.
Sacrifice. It's sacrifice.
Yeah, you got to just pick and choose your battles a little bit.
Yeah,
like,
sacrifice.
Is this worth it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, is this something that's going to make or break your relationship? Let's just say,
yeah,
he don't clean up. You know what I'm saying? Is
you
that
got to teach him how to clean up.
You know what I'm saying? He don't know how to cook. Is that going to make or break your relationship? All right, he don't want to talk right now. He just asked you for like 5 minutes, let him process it. Then is that going to make or break your relationship? Mm-mm. You know what I'm saying?
But like the hard stuff, like, let's just say
he an
alcoholic.
Want to drive your car.
He an alcoholic. He come home and he get on your head. Stuff like that.
He rather go buy a zip of weed instead of paying the bills. Do you want somebody like that?
He rather go buy some new J's instead of paying the light bill.
And the light bill do.
Yeah.
He rather be on the block all day instead of go clock in on somebody's clock. You know?
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. I want to have my own business. Okay, so what steps are you taking to, you know what I'm saying, achieve that goal? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to look at what people, their actions and not just their words. It got to align, sis. You know what I'm saying? So.
Just be very intentional, you know, about who and what you're willing to deal with in order to go to that next level in your relationship. Because otherwise, you can't blame nobody but yourself, like Yagi was saying earlier. She was saying, like, you know, it's easy for you to put the blame on somebody else when you tolerate so much from them.
Yep. When
this person done showed you who they are. They done lay their cards out on the table. You know who they are. You know they're not a person that's faithful. You know they are a person that's kind of selfish. They're going to put the household stuff last. You know all these things, but when you stay, that's you. You know, it falls on you. It's your fault at this point. Yeah. Because you can leave that situation if you know that's not what you want. Mm-hmm. So that's what we mean when we say be intentional. So we're going to close it out, and I'm going to let them, you know, I'm going to give them an opportunity to, are there any last words that y'all want to say to our listeners about, you know, what they need to do or I guess what kind of mentality or mind frame or whatever they need to have to be able to jump back into love after a hardship?
Yeah. I'll say first things first is just make sure that you're taking some time to yourself. Take some time to yourself. You know what I'm saying? To process the hurt. That way you're not just out here making mistakes, being promiscuous and all of that stuff like that. You feel like you need therapy, do that. You feel like you need to talk to your friend to get to do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't hold it in. Learn how to forgive yourself. You know, we've all made mistakes. So learn to forgive yourself so that you can move on and get what you feel like you deserve. And when you start dating, like we all been saying, date with the purpose, be intentional, you know. Not saying you guys have to settle, but go ahead and just lay out the lines, like, what are your pet peeves? What you'll put up with, what you won't put up with, you know? And leave some wiggle room. Again, pick and choose your battles. We're not perfect, you know what I'm saying? So just, you got to know, okay, well, I'll put up with this, but I won't put up with this. This is a deal breaker. And when you have somebody who pretty much throws out a red flag, you know, with what you said you won't want to deal with, you got to be okay with cutting it off. I don't care how good he look, how much money he got, he got to go. You know what I'm saying? Or you're going to be in that cycle again. And most importantly, like, knowing your worth and your value. Because, again, like I told y'all, you can move on with your life and start dating somebody else and end up dating the same spirit again. You're like, dang, this feels so familiar. Yeah, you keep going after the same spirit. So learn how to forgive yourself. Learn your value and your worth so you're not doing a repeated cycle every time. And just be open to new things. And that's all I got for y'all.
I love you, black man.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, no, for real. Like, you know, for me, for the men out there, it ain't nothing wrong with chasing, man, what you desire. When it comes to being in a relationship, marriage, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Love is a risk. We are all risk takers. We are all entrepreneurs when it comes to taking a risk at love. So, and if it's worth taking the risk for, I would say pursue it. You know what I'm saying? Go for it. Make sure that you healed first. Make sure that you know that you're healed first. Don't jump into something that you think you're ready for, and then things instead of popping up slowly but surely. It's like, well, I thought I was ready for this level of relationship, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to waste nobody's time, and you don't want to waste your time. So just make sure that you're ready when you get ready to get back out there. But look, we all fall. We all have to get up again. So just do it, man. You know what I'm saying? No need to be ashamed. We all go through. But if you do it right, it'll all work out, man, the way it's supposed to. That's it.
All right, y'all. Y'all heard it. Up close and personal. So I hope that you guys were able to take the things that they were saying today and apply it. If you find yourself in a situation where it's difficult for you to, let go of trauma and move on and start loving again, just listen to this podcast over and over and over if you have to, and because they really dropped some gems today. So until next time, it's your girl Mira, Look in the Mirror podcast.